Welcome back to the Meshivas Nefesh series. So glad that we're able to continue this, my favorite book. So let's get going. Hey, a person, you got to know that in order to go up from one level to another, to rise from one madriga to another, the only way is to first have a yerida before the aliyah. First, you're going to fall. You're going to fall down before you go up, because every fall is for the goal of going up higher, of raising yourself higher to the next level. And knowing this, a person can come to understand how much we have to be mischazik in avodas Hashem. And we cannot let ourselves get down, no matter what, no matter all the nefilas, all the uridas, every time we fall, every time we mess up, every time we screw up, and we feel like, look, I've done it again. I'm back down. I'm back to my old ways. I'm back to my old stupidity. We cannot get down, because as long as we're strong and we don't pay attention to the fall, we don't pay attention to it at all, no matter what happens, we say, I don't care. I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm going to keep going. If we keep on like that and we're stubborn to not let stuff hold us back, then in the end, all the uridas are going to turn into big aliyahs, because this is one of Rebbe Nachman's most famous lines, Hey, Yerida hitachlis ha'aliyah. The yerida is all for the goal of the aliyah. It's all in order to lift us up in the end. We must go through the mud in order to attain. We must go through the hard work and the hard times. And Rebbe Nachman says there's so much to talk about in this topic, because every person who falls where they fall, they think, Rebbe Nachman's not talking about me. I've done such terrible things. I've done, whether it's everyone knows, whether it's sexual taivas, whether it's other kind of taivas, whether it's anger, whether it's who knows, all the things, Lev Yadei Maras Nafsho, we all know the things that we get caught up in. But every person feels like, no, he's not talking about me. He's talking about people who are big tzaddikim. They need to go through some kind of yerida before they go up to a higher level. But the truth is, we have to know and we have to believe that Rebbe Nachman said these things for the smallest of the small, the lowest of the low mamish, because Hashem Yisbarach tov lakol talmud. He's good to everybody. And even someone like me, even someone like whoever you are, whoever is out there saying, it's not about me. If Rebbe Nachman knew the stuff I do, he would never. No, the truth is, it's about every single person. And often we fall only in order to get up. And really, sometimes Hashem pushes us down. We'll see in other places, Hashem pushes us down. Hashem knocks us down. And the test is, are you going to get up? Are you going to believe that you have to go through the down and the suffering in order to get up, in order to go to a higher level? Sometimes that's all it is. Vav. Every person in the world, even if you're on the lowest level mamish, even if you're in the ground, you feel like you're covered, you're in the ground, you're so depressed that you feel like you're covered by dirt or whatever it is. In the ground, everyone knows what that means to themselves. Still, if someone wants to start serving Hashem, someone wants to start being a spiritual person and connecting to the Rebbeinu Shalom, you have to go from one step to the next, one level to the next. And every single time you go from one level to the next, so the klipas come again. They empower themselves again. They come back at you again. Every time. You think you beat something, but now you're heading to a new level maybe, and you have to beat them again. It's kind of like when I was a kid, I used to play Super Mario on my Game Boy that my dear Tante Fagi got for me. And when you beat the whole game, you got to play it again. But this time there's even more monsters and more obstacles for you to go over. So that's the way it is. Every time we start, there's new klipas, there's new taivas, there's new imagination, there's new negative thoughts, confusion, all kinds of things that want to stop us. And don't let us enter into Kedusha. Don't let us serve Hashem the way we want to. And this is a big mistake that even, he says, the Chasidim HaKsherim Harbe, even the really good guys, even the good Chaver, they make mistakes like this. Why? What happens? They see that they have the same taivas and the same confusion and the same issues that they had in the past. And they think, oh, Gewalt, I'm back to where I was. I haven't gained anything. All this work I've put in, and now I'm back to where I was in the first place. But the truth is, it's not the case. The truth is, it's not an afila. What really is happening often is you're now going up to a next level. You're moving higher. You've been working hard, and now you're moving up somewhere else. And because of that, the klipas are coming back. The other side, the sitra achra, the forces of the Satan and the Yetzer Hara are coming back at you harder than ever before because you're moving up. And it looks like you've fallen, but it's not true. You have to remember, hey, I'm moving up. I'm working. Even if you think like, I haven't worked so hard, but you're still working. You're moving forward. And so you're getting all those taivas and all that confusion back. No, we got to be mechazik and say, you know what? I'm going to break through again. Break on through to the other side. Every time we have a new madrega, you got to remember the words of Jim Morrison. Break on through, break on through, break on through to the other side. And Rabbi Nachman gives us an eitzah on Ois Zayin. There's an eitzah to give tzedakah to aniyim hagunim. What are aniyim hagunim? Proper aniyim, people who are good people and are ovdei Hashem, and they're poor. So you give tzedakah to what's called aniyim hagunim, proper aniyim who are ra'oi to receive tzedakah. Because the greatness of Hashem is revealed through tzedakah that you give to an ani who's a tzaddik, who's a talmid chacham. Hashem takes great pride in this. Hashem loves when you support the poor people, especially someone who's a ish kasher. And through that, we could be zocha to subdue the klipas, to break through to the other side, to get rid of the klipas, and move on to the next level where we want to get to. Another eitzah is you gotta find the good points in what you do. You gotta find nekudas tovos. What's the greatest nekudas tovos? You gotta find something good in you and be happy with it. One, that you're a Jew. Be happy that you're a Jew. You're zocha to be born into the greatest family in the history of the world. The family that Hashem chose to be his special people, to spread his light in the world. And you're zocha to be from Zera Yisrael, to be a Jew. There's nothing greater. There's nothing you could do to ruin that, because no matter what you did, you're still a Jew. That's A. B, you were zocha to be connected to real good chevra. People who are, if you're watching this, it ain't me, but you're connected to Rebbe Nachman. If you're listening to this, you're listening to Rebbe Alter Taplaker's sefer that he gathered all that advice from Rebbe Nachman, Rebbe Noson. That means you're doing good. And look around, look at your friends. If you're reading this, if you're listening to this, it must be you have some other friends that somehow you got here somehow. It means you have friends who are good chevra. Thank God, and make yourself happy. At least I have good friends. At least I'm a Jew, and I have hope. It ain't over. If I'm listening to this, if I'm learning Meshivas Nefesh now, it means I have hope, and it ain't over. And through that simcha, that I'm still connected, no matter what, to break those klipas that are stopping us from getting to the next place, and we can move forward to the next level and get higher and higher, baby. Higher and higher. That's it for today. To be continued. Have an awesome day. Until next time, love you guys.